What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be looking at Airbnb Empire Academy by Derek Cheung. Before we get into that, I'm Hunter, a digital nomad who's been making money online since early 2020, and on this channel, I discuss the latest online business models and the courses that are out there to teach you those business models, to help you decide which courses are optimal for you and your goals, and help you decide which online business models you're likely to enjoy. So if that kind of content sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, now getting into it, Airbnb Empire Academy is an Airbnb arbitrage course that acts as a step-by-step training to teach you how to build, scale, and automate your own seven-figure Airbnb business without owning any property yourself. And Derek is so confident about the course that he even guarantees that if you're not able to get your first Airbnb unit within 6 months, he's going to help you with one-on-one coaching until you are successful. All right, so in this module, I'm going to discuss the business model, what is Airbnb arbitrage, the pros and cons of this specific course to teach Airbnb arbitrage, some of the price of the course and what's included with that price, some of the challenges of the Airbnb arbitrage business model, and then just some other ways you can consider making money online now in 2024. All right, so what is Airbnb arbitrage? So this is basically using somebody else's property or running an Airbnb business by using somebody else's property, right? Instead of buying a property yourself to turn into an Airbnb property, you instead go out and lease a property from another landlord and turn that into an Airbnb property that you can generate short-term rental income from, right? So you get into a standard 12-month contract, typically with a landlord, and then you rent out the space on a short-term basis to other people through Airbnb, right? So that is the basics of the business model. Pretty simple. All right, so what are the pros of Airbnb Empire Academy? Derek Cheung is a proven success with Airbnb arbitrage. He has two separate accounts that he shows as each generating millions in revenue through Airbnb arbitrage. The course itself is very comprehensive and it includes lessons on automation. So that's great. In the modern online business market, you really need to automate things if you want to be successful and stay ahead of the competition. And then lastly, it also includes lifelong access to the course and future updates that the course gets. So if you buy it now, you're always going to get access to those updates. So let's look at the cons now. So yeah, the coaching and mentorship are expensive upsells. We'll talk about that in a bit. There are many other courses with no coaching that are substantially cheaper than this course if you're just looking for information instead of one-on-one coaching. And lastly, this course is not for those that are looking to invest in their own Airbnb property. It's simply an arbitrage model, right? So the course is actually broken up into a few different costs. So the first one is the Freedom Blueprint, which costs $5,000. So that's basically going to give you access to just the course contents itself, as well as various resources like automated messaging templates and call and email scripts. Then they also have the Freedom Accelerator for $9,000, and that's going to include additional weekly coaching from Derek and his team. And then there's also the $25,000 Elite Mentorship, which is going to include even more access to Derek and his team to get one-on-one mentorship and really guide you through the whole process. In terms of refund policy, there's no refund policy to be found. And in terms of a reputation, there are mixed reviews online, so you can look more into that yourself if you're really interested. Just look around the web and you can get an idea of what people are saying about it. But from what I could tell, the reviews are very mixed. Okay, so who is Derek Cheung? He's an Airbnb host from Frisco, Texas. He first started Airbnb arbitrage in 2019 while attending college. Before that, he was a day trader and e-commerce guy. So he's been in the world of online income for quite some time. After just 3 years, his Airbnb listings were making over $3 million a year with 187 units across 5 different US cities. He's also been featured in several publications such as Business Insider and has amassed over 146,000 followers on Instagram, so he is pretty popular out there. So now I'm going to discuss what's pretty much included in the base course, the base offer of the course. You're going to get 6 hours consisting of 50 lessons and 10 module masterclass. So part one, creating your business, is going to go through just the introduction and background of the course. You're going to get the course syllabus to see what you're going to be learning in each module. It talks about rental arbitrage economics, how to set up your business structure correctly, how to go out there and get business credit cards to fund your Airbnb arbitrage business, and then branding your business and setting up your website. Module 2 is then going to be market research. So it goes over different regulations out there in different cities across the country. It teaches you how to use AirDNA and financial projections to find good opportunities. And it also teaches you about how to do cold calling and evaluating deals to find the right opportunities for you. Module 3 then gets into the nitty gritty of actually finding deals. So it goes through the sales process, sales scripts, email follow-ups. It teaches you how to create your pitch deck, handle objections, and some hacks to multiply your sales efforts. Then module 4, negotiating deals, is going to teach you how to do due diligence, negotiate properly to make sure you get the best return on your investments, how to actually analyze deals and make sure you're entering into a good deal, and what type of content should be on your lease addendum to make sure you're optimally protected as much as you can be with this business model. Okay, then in module 5, this is actually setting up your Airbnb. So this goes over things like interior design, how to get furniture, and stuff like that. Basically just setting up the Airbnb to receive guests. Then in module 6, it's actually going to go over creating your listing on Airbnb, SEO hacks for Airbnb, how to create your check-in guide and house manual for your guests. Module 7 is going to be then your pricing strategy. So that's how to set up dynamic pricing to make sure you're getting the most profit no matter the market conditions, and which tools to use to do. Module 8 is setting up automation and having a staff to help you with your or operate your Airbnb business. So how to hire like a cleaning team, how to hire a handyman, how to restock different things around your property like toilet paper and stuff like that to make sure your guests are going to be happy with the experience. Module 9 is operations essentials for sustainability. So this goes over how to prevent parties and bad guests, how to get paid from Airbnb for damages, how to handle cancellations, how to manage your portfolio remotely, and how to get renewals and more units with the same landlord. And then module 10 is just some high-level tips for boosting your margins with your Airbnb arbitrage business. So that is the base of the course. And like I was saying earlier, you also get access to different like call and email scripts, automated messaging templates, virtual property manager presentations, and a lot of done for you template type of stuff to make it easier for you to start implementing in your own business, because that kind of stuff creates or takes a lot of time to create. All right, so what are the challenges of Airbnb arbitrage? So first challenge is if there's any damages to the property that you're leasing, you're going to be responsible for those damages. Make sure those get fixed. Another challenge is it's really difficult to find landlords that are going to be willing to do this, because at the end of the day, they could just be doing this themselves if they wanted the liability of having a bunch of different guests in there. So it can be pretty hard to find landlords to do this. You have to really negotiate and make it worthwhile for them. Another challenge is that the margins for this can end up being pretty slim in some cases, because in a lot of locations, it can be pretty hard to upcharge on the current rent amount. So you really have to find a location in high demand where people are really willing to go for the weekend or a week or a few days and pay a premium to be there. If you're not getting bookings to your Airbnb property, then you're going to be stuck paying the rent yourself. And periods like this are likely to occur because there are downtimes and vacation rentals and whatnot, depending on the type of year. And lastly, if you were to invest in a property yourself, you're just going to enjoy a lot more tax benefits than if you're going to do the Airbnb arbitrage model. All right, so in conclusion, is this course worth it? I think if you're serious about Airbnb arbitrage, the course could be worth it. Based on the online reviews, it does look like the course has helped some people to achieve a solid level of income through Airbnb arbitrage. But the mixed reviews and incredibly high price tag, especially if you go for the elite mentorship, throws me off a bit, because you could probably use like that kind of money to just invest in your own property, right? And then in that instance, you can build equity in a property yourself and receive additional tax benefits than if you were to do the Airbnb arbitrage model. So yeah, that's my 2 cents there. Now, I personally much prefer another online business model called local lead generation, also known as rank and rent. And this deals with digital assets instead of physical assets, right? So it's actually a form of digital real estate where you can earn consistent revenue by renting out virtual space. So here's how it works. You target a local business niche. So you choose a niche like plumbing, electrician, or something like that. Then you do some research to look at different cities across the US or wherever you're from. If you want to do this in another country, that works too. To find places where organic digital marketing results are a bit weak, where you can go in the market and create your own website, rank it on the first page of Google, and start attracting customers for your chosen service niche in that location. So once you create a website and get it to rank on the first page of Google for the specific target keyword you're targeting, then potential customers are going to click into your website, right? So once that potential customer clicks into your website, it's a valuable customer lead that you can then turn around and sell to a real local business in that area who's looking for more business, right? They want to make more money. You're supplying them directly with the thing that's going to make them more money, a new customer, right? So depending on the business niche and location you choose, these websites can be incredibly valuable, typically generating between $500 and $3,000 per month, and mostly profit because websites really don't cost much, or especially these type of simple websites don't really cost much to set up and maintain, right? Website hosting maybe costs a few hundred bucks a year. You can host a bunch of websites on that hosting, and then each domain name you go out there and get is going to cost anywhere from $10 to $20 typically. Yeah, I like this a lot more than the Airbnb arbitrage method because you can still get that insane profit of thousands of dollars per month without having to actually have a physical property and like the liability of somebody rooting the property. Instead, you're just sitting behind the computer creating websites and then renting the websites out, so nobody can really destroy the website. You own the website yourself. So if you want to learn more about local lead generation, you can check the link in the description below. If you stuck around throughout the video, guys, thank you so much. That's it for today. I'll catch you in the next one, and I hope everybody has great success in their online business endeavors. Cheers.